I finally got a selfie light for my laptop so that my screen doesn't go like
Oh, nice.
definitely a good investment choice. For like $12, I'm not driven crazy anymore. It's worth it. But well, hello friends. Welcome to Rake Appreciation Society, our summer session. We are so excited to talk about historical romance with you.
Yes, definitely. Very excited.
Yeah. Ruth is already saying she loved both of these, so that's
Oh,
awesome.
good. That is
Indeed.
good.
I was doing so good. I read the first one early and then I still didn't finish the other one until about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I literally just finished the Beverly Jenkins like an hour ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I was doing so well.
yeah.
Hey, Linda. Welcome.
Hi, Linda.
Hey, hey. Well, we'll give people like 5 minutes to show up. But
Okay.
what are you gonna read next? If you just have finished it, what are you gonna read next?
So, like, I honestly feel like I just lost track of what day that it was. I thought we had like another week, and I didn't. I don't know what happened to me. So I've been listening to Carrie Ann Cole's The Lovely Return.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
like I was listening to that. I guess I maybe started that Sunday.
Okay.
And then I was like, "Oh shoot, I forgot that Rake Appreciation Society is this week." So
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish that now that
Sure.
I finished the Beverly Jenkins one. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about that. So I need to finish Duplicity by Elodie Hart, which is a sex worker romance in that like it's this series where they're like assistant slash escorts who work for
Oh,
these guys or whatever. And I really loved the first one.
yeah.
Um, and it's also the same narrators as The Wolf King. So I went right into that one from that.
Yeah.
But the other one is Love Arranged. I'm physically reading that one. So the Lauren Asher,
Lauren Asher.
which came out
Cool.
yesterday, but you know what? That book is almost 600 pages, and I only got it 3 days before it came out.
She writes some long books.
She
I
does.
still haven't read her. I need to. I know. I have
Yes.
that. That's the series that you really like,
Yes.
right?
I
Yeah.
do. I do. Lots of people do love the Dreamland Billionaires, just to be
Hmm.
fair. That one just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Just for how they are still very long and there's just some frustrating things. But this series, I think they get it right of like, if you're gonna make people pine for that long, I need some real juicy stuff in there while I'm pining for that long. And I think and by juicy, I don't mean spicy juicy. I mean like the character work is really juicy. So
Yeah.
it's worth the slow burn that she gives me, for me anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I enjoy the Lauren Asher series, but they're so long. Yeah, see,
Mm.
for sure. And each one of them, I have read the physical copy of them or the ebook once it came out. But
Mm.
yeah, that take 600 pages, like straight up with no way to quicken it, is tough for me. Like, I'll be honest,
Yes.
audiobooks have made me lazy in that aspect anyway. My focus is shot. Like, I need audiobooks, but hello, ladies. I'm glad I'm not the only one who forgets what is coming. Oh, I know. Like,
I
I
do
mean,
that all the time.
it was just the 4th of July. Okay. I
Seriously. Yeah.
refuse to believe otherwise. And, like, you know, I go help my friend Sarah now. This is the third year I've helped in her classroom. And I literally was like, hey, do you need help? Like, your class starts in like a week. Like, and she's like, yeah, I could. And I'm like, why didn't you? But she was just on
Yeah.
vacation too. But I was like, girl, you probably need some help, don't you? Here's my stuff.
It is crazy how fast the summer went. Like
Yeah.
my son got out of school like mid-May, and I
Yeah.
was sitting here thinking like, oh, he probably won't go back until like end of August, and he started school on
Yeah.
Monday, and I'm just sort of like, man, it's
Yeah.
pumpkin spice season, I guess, which
Oh
is
my
I
word.
I like, but but I'm
I'm an
not ready
apple
for
girl.
Oh, I love apple too, but I'm not
Yeah.
ready for Christmas and the year to be over. Like, geez, that's
Yeah,
no.
for sure. For sure. This month really has snuck up on me. August just started.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know.
know.
I know. You know, we're at that point, everyone. We're at that point in our lives where we're like, "What?
I know.
It's like Christmas again?"
I don't want it to be
Whatever.
Christmas yet.
I don't
I
care for
do
it.
I do want snow. I want cooler weather. I'm sick and tired of
Yeah,
heat.
that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot that I have these cute little things prepared to put up banners. The last 2 times we've done it, I
Oh,
haven't used them, and I
you're
have
so
them
good at
already.
that. I
Oh, well,
love
thank
that
you.
you do that.
Thank you. They've literally been made for so long, so it's helpful because 'cause they're saved in mine, but I always forget to use them, which is
Yeah.
helpful. So, where do we wanna start? Where should we
Wherever
start?
you want. Should we do I really don't care. We can start with the Beverly Jenkins, or do you want to start with
Let's see,
I
did
don't care.
everybody read everything, or does anyone else have a preference? I really don't care. I have some good stuff to say, I think, about both of them. So
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
trying to remember the Beast of Clan Kincaid. I knew that was
Yeah,
gonna happen. I read
I
it
knew
in
that was gonna
July.
happen too. We say that every time we wish we were farther ahead, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, it just leaves my brain, I swear.
yeah.
Just
I was trying to really make an effort to pay attention today too, because I did have it at about a 2.0, and
mhm.
the person who narrates it, she does good job at being clear with a Scottish accent, but still, Scottish can really blend
Yeah,
when you go
for
that
sure.
fast. So I was like, pick out some things to talk about. So
I also like for me personally,
mhm.
like I when I read something in a short amount of time, I never remember it as much as if it
Yeah.
took me like a couple of days. So I listen to the Beverly Jenkins, and I still feel like there's parts in the middle that I'm just sort of like hazy on, and maybe I was like my focus was in and out for a little bit, but anyway,
Mhm.
we can start with whatever one everybody wants to do.
I'm waiting to see if
Oh
someone's
my
got this.
gosh,
I
Candace, your
know.
daughter started high school.
Well, let's just go with what I wrote them in order here then, which is starting with this one.
Yeah, sounds
This
good.
right here. So I have we're starting with A Chance at Love. What was everyone's overall impressions and rating for this?
Okay. Do you want, who do you want to go first in the
I
two
can,
of us?
I can go since I
Okay,
picked this
yeah,
one.
you go. You go.
Hey Amber.
Hey, Amber.
I enjoyed this a lot. I gave it a 4. Um for a few specific reasons. Of course, we'll walk through, but I mean I loved it in
Mhm.
the sense of like it's clearly Beverly Jenkins, and so I had a great time.
Yes, yes.
Um but in comparing with is this the 4th one I've read? I've definitely not read as many of her as I should have, but I've read 4.
Hmm.
And I think this is my least favorite of the 4 I've read.
Yeah.
But one of those is a 6 and 2 of them are like I think like 5. So it's not bad, but I'm about at a 4 and my overall impression is that I was really engaged at the beginning of it
Hmm.
and I really like the characters, which I know we'll get into, but I also was then ready like for it to be over at the end
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
few specific reasons again that we'll get into. So
Hmm.
I didn't dislike it enough to go below a 4, but there are a few key elements that were missing for it to be more. So it
Hmm.
probably is even more like 3.75. I know Justin goes all the way down to quarter sometimes. That's probably where it is, but I'm gonna give it a 4 because I had a good time still. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let's see.
I had very similar rating, like, and I did kind of struggle with rating both of these.
Yeah,
I don't feel like 100% solid. For most of this book, it was a 4-star read for me.
yeah,
Actually, probably for the beginning, maybe for the first like 20, probably the first 40%, I was like, this is going to be a 5-star read. Like, I
yeah.
really, really liked it.
Mhm.
Love the kids. I thought the whole setup was unique. I love the heroine.
Yeah.
Um, and then it just kind of went downhill, and there were some things, like, we'll get into it towards the
Yep.
end,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it's probably like I'm gonna give it 4 stars on Goodreads, but I think it's probably like 3.5.
Okay.
But I don't feel good giving it a 3
I
because
know.
I enjoyed most of it, you know.
I know.
So
I know. Yeah. Nope. Exactly. I mean, we won't go there yet. We'll save it.
yeah,
Because the third
yeah,
question is what we like the least. So I can make
yeah.
it that one. I did
Okay.
not have time to reread it, but I read it in November and I gave it 4.5. So I remember liking it. Great.
I think another book club must have done this because I feel like a lot of people read it around then.
Yes.
Yeah,
I noticed, I think, after I picked this one, I literally picked this one because I saw the audio and then I read the blurb. I liked what the blurb said.
mhm,
100%. I wanted to do a Beverly Jenkins and I was between two different ones. And
yeah,
I liked the blurb for this one better.
yeah. I think it's a great concept.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
liked it okay in the 3 to 4 star range, not as good
Mhm.
as the Destiny series. I was kind of bored with this one. It didn't feel the connection. I gave it 3 star. Fair enough.
Yeah.
See if anyone else pops up because let's go let's go kind of right away into like what we like the best.
Okay.
'Cause you were saying a few of the things I feel too right away.
Yeah.
So um let's see what Linda said here. Wait, I thought the narrator is one of the best. I know. She's so good. Kim Stratton.
She was good.
Stratton. Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
liked her
believe
a lot.
she's also been in has she done one of she's done another one that wasn't a Beverly I listened to, but she's done I think all of Beverly's.
That's what I
Um,
was thinking, that she did all of Beverly's
but I
too.
think I've heard another one too. I'm trying. Now that you mention it, historical
Yeah.
hindsight. Yeah, and I figured. I mean, also, this is a thing to say to people, those who've been around with us since the beginning. We did do Topaz, which also
Yeah.
included the wagon train. And so that didn't click with me when I picked it because, these don't all officially say they're like in a series. But as soon as I started reading, I was like, I feel like I know these personalities dimly in my awareness. And then I was like, oh, yeah, the wagon train.
Yeah.
I did read this. So I just wish people said they were connected because then I would have been like, "Oh, man." But okay, what we love the most. I like the kids the most. Absolutely. I wish I liked the romance more. I love the heroine. I thought she was a unique character. I love the girls. I will definitely talk about the main 2 characters separately. Because I have a lot to say about that. Dee
Mhm.
Dee and BB and their determination to have Lorelli. Yes.
Yes. Loved
Yeah.
that so much.
Also, who else would have called her Lorelai if they had read it without listening?
I I'm still calling her that in my head because I
Yeah,
just like, that's just what it looks like to
yeah.
me. So
Well,
I
I
will probably
only listened
pronounce
to
it that
it
way.
yeah, I only listened to the book, even though I did buy
Mhm.
a Beautiful copy, and I was like because I had it at a 2.0, I was like, "What is her name?" And then I was like, "Wait, Lorelli," and then I looked and I was like, "Okay, well, obviously that's the way that Beverly meant it to be said because that's what Kim said, but that
Mhm.
looks like Lorelai to me, but
Yeah.
that's my Americanization of it, I guess, and watching too much, like, Gilmore Girls in my life, but
Mm.
anyway, um, yes, I loved the girls so much. They're the
I did
best part for
too.
me. The second part I liked best was the camaraderie between the wagon train ladies.
Yes. Oh
Um,
my gosh.
like, you know, besides Lorelli herself, I love their connection and, um, there must be other love stories of some of those people too, because I know there's at least 2 others that now connect to this wagon train from what I was
Mhm.
peeking at now, so I would like to read those, but her relationship with the girls was more interesting than a relationship with the hero. I mean, you just said it.
Yeah,
You just said
exactly.
it right there.
For sure.
Thank you, Jen. I was so thrown off by the audio and remember the pronunciation. I know. I know. But luckily I only listened to it. So she is Lorelli like she's Lorelli in my head because I only listened to it. So if I called her Lorelai, I'd feel weird. But if anyone else is calling her Lorelai in their head, fair. Absolute fair. Like I'm
Yeah,
not throwing shade.
I definitely am.
She's just Lorelli in my head. I really liked Lorelli as a character. I was glad the connection was back
Mhm.
to Topaz. Yes, love it. Is the same wedding train? Yes, it is. It is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something
Do
that sorry, go ahead.
Nope. Your turn. I don't have anything.
Something I really, really, really liked about this is I think Beverly always does really strong heroines,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I like that they're not just one type of strong, like a lot of her
Yes.
heroines are strongly feminine, strong mothers,
Mm-hmm.
like they're strong nurturers. Lorelli is a little bit different strong, like she's very progressive in her ideas of what women can and should do. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a really good match with the hero and his
Mm-hmm.
sort of like stuffy
Yeah.
overly religious like upbringing. Like I thought that was a really
Yeah.
interesting dynamic that felt very natural, and I think that brought out the best in each of them. So I thought that was really well
Yeah.
done when it could be something that's overdone, one way or
Exactly.
the other. So I think that was
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. Just and I think that speaks to how well she had written these characters. Like they were
Yeah.
just such great fully fleshed out people. So
Yeah. That's what I want to say about Lorelli too, is that is such a hard balance to walk.
yeah.
Not only to balance the racial aspect of the characters, but the feminist aspect of the
Mhm.
characters. Like, honestly, that's also why I wasn't going to rate this any lower, because I have other issues. But truly, they're done so well. That's not
Yeah.
a blowing smoke. Like, I enjoyed this book. I
I did
did.
too.
Was also
Yeah,
reading a romance, so it's not a perfect romance to me, is the thing.
for
Um,
sure.
but yeah, anyone else have any other things they loved? We'll continue on. Feel free to throw it in. But what did you like the least? And remember, I have the romance as a separate question. So if that's the
Okay.
answer, that's fair. But I do have some other stuff I like the least. And maybe someone can guess if they know too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know.
We also just had this last quarter too.
I
Which,
know.
I mean, at least it didn't get to years later of it. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I'll just be broad. What the hell is the ending to this book? Like,
Seriously, the ending was
so bad.
so bad. The ending was terrible. What?
Yeah.
Honestly, I there have been a few of Beverly Jenkins books that I've read where the ending feels like she kind of has a tendency to rush the ending and put a lot of action right at the ending, and
Yeah.
sometimes she'll have like a very mustache twirly type of villain, and I think that she definitely did that here. But I don't know, man,
Yeah.
that ending was not good at
Yeah.
all. I didn't
Yeah.
think.
I I mean, I'll say the same thing. I can hear the deja vu in my head. I do not like when the HEA of a couple is relying on someone else making it happen for them.
Yeah,
When, and again, I'm saving this for my thoughts on the hero, but I liked it the least, so it's bleeding in there, is that there was no initiative for him to make their HEA or her, but she had been forceful in every other aspect.
mhm,
So it's like I understand if she hadn't been pregnant for her to
yeah,
be like, "I'm not doing anymore." Like, I already made myself vulnerable, and that's very hard for me to do. Her being pregnant and choosing to do that was where I dinged a little from her, because 'cause I'm like, "Come on, that's a different game, and you know
yeah,
it's a different game." Like, if she hadn't been pregnant and she'd done the exact same thing and been like, "I'd made myself vulnerable, I'm not doing it, I'm gonna love him from afar, I was dangerous to the girls, like, all blah, 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 blah," I would think she was almost a perfect character.
yeah,
Like, truly, I thought she was really well-rounded and compassionate and all the things for her. But that always is gonna piss me off, and some people can like it, but that's always gonna piss me off because she didn't need to be pregnant for the same things to happen, because it also makes him look like the only reason he does go get her is because she's pregnant,
exactly.
because someone told him, and that takes the romance out of the
It
romantic
really
chapter,
does.
because he
That
absolutely did do it because he's like, "Oh, I gotta go get her."
exactly. Yeah, I
That's what
think
I don't like.
I think it is it's such a The ending is by far the worst part. Like, it's
Yep.
disappointing on a romantic level, it's disappointing on a story level, like, it's just
Yep.
the ending doesn't work, and I just don't
Mhm.
understand. I don't understand
No.
what happened.
Yeah, because again, too, like, to compare this back to A Pirate of Her Own, which also did this, he was looking for her the whole time and people hid her from him.
Yeah.
You right? And that book has way more problems than this one did. But I mean, in the ending wise, he was trying to hunt her down and she was hiding from him. And
Mhm.
so I don't like fully blame him for not finding her because he was looking. Jake
Yeah.
was just like, he just so easily let her go. And like, yeah, you are a danger to the girls. You better go. What? Anyway, let's see what else people say because we'll just roll into the hero here in a second. But let's see what people said about the ending. Yeah, the third act is what took away the 0.5 star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it
Yeah,
seemed like she was done right.
that's a great
Oh!
point, Linda.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
over the top villain and rude side female. Oh, girl, yes. You know I
that's a
have to
really good point because I also
mm,
really hated that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That one, like, is tough because I do feel like there was at least a reason, like, women being very jealous that other women came in and taken the men, so at least the
Yeah.
reason is set up, but I wish there had been some smoothing over of it, of, like, a way they could breach that difference. But, I mean, at least it was set up why the women would be pissed. I mean, I don't love that, but,
Yeah.
um, he needed to sack up sooner. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
That
The way you fix this
just
sorry, I gotta put it in. The way you fix this, he was already on the way to get her, and he didn't
exactly.
get the letter. He had already
Yes.
arrived, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, did someone write you?" And he's like, "No, what? What do you have to tell me?" Boom. 1 line fixes it if he was on his
Mhm.
way before he found out, and then it's a happy surprise for him that, "Oh my gosh, and she's having my baby? Yes!" That's how you fix it. And the fact that I can correct a Beverly no, I'm just kidding, I cannot. But the fact that I see the way to make that work and I just am like, "Why?" These
Mhm.
2 would literally not be together if not for her friend.
Yeah.
And you would have had his baby and never told him. Like, I
That is
almost was
such
gonna
a
hate that.
frustrating thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because she grew up without both her parents.
Mhm.
Like, oh, anyway. And those girls, BB and, Dee Dee, that they wouldn't wanna be like big sisters, like, come on. Anyway, alright. So yeah, we'll just roll into it because we all I think agree like there was a lot of great about this book until it
Yeah.
just like rolled down the hill. So yeah, Jake took some hits for me, man.
Yeah, he is my absolute least favorite Beverly Jenkins hero
I
I've ever read.
you
Yeah.
said I had
Mm.
him at a 6 because he wasn't fully below a 5, but I just feel like she didn't develop him the way she develops a lot of
No,
men. Am
no.
I right here? Like,
Yeah. I felt the same way. I felt like he was really lacking development. And even though like I liked the backstory that he had, I
mhm,
liked how he like uh was really quick to learn or
yeah,
attempting to learn like in the bedroom.
yeah,
Like I liked that about him. But
mhm,
it never really felt like we actually got to see him grow. It just,
yeah,
like, happened, you know? So, I really didn't like him, and I also felt like he got to be weirdly controlling in the
mhm,
last half of the book too, and I just like, that doesn't always bother me. I can get down with a controlling hero
mhm,
100%, you know? But it just seemed not in character with him, and especially the fact that he didn't really try to go find her. Like the way he was starting to be very controlling towards the end of the book, and then he didn't even try to go find her. I don't know. I didn't care for him at all. I gave him a 5. I
yeah,
think he's not he's I think he is definitely the
lays,
weakest
yeah,
hero I've ever read from her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fifi, this was great way to say it. He had no personality and was avoidant. That's a great thing to
Avoidant.
point out. Like,
That's exactly what he is. Yeah.
yeah, it was just so weird because he's the least developed male character I've ever read from Beverly. Like,
Yeah.
and he has so much promise. And like, I'm okay with him being religiously like brainwashed a little bit and like all
Mhm.
that stuff. But he wants more for the girls. He want like that's why he's willing to do these things. But then every change she wants to bring he's so bullheaded, but yet he has this whole side thing with the knights, is what it is, like the knights or whatever he's trying to
Yeah.
do. But yet he's so like unwilling for change and in other ways. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
really
know.
is.
It
Like,
didn't make sense.
no, not
Yeah.
at all. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just other than the way that he was very devoted to making sure that those girls like had a mother, like he was
Yeah.
going to take care of them. That was something that was really good about him. It's just
Exactly.
like sort of like as far like I mean, and that does add a certain level of like appeal to a romantic hero, but at the
Mhm.
same time, like he wasn't romantic really at
No.
all. Like
She led everything.
she did,
And
she
I don't
did.
just mean the sexy stuff, like any
Yeah.
romance at all, she led it. And
Hmm.
again, that's well, no, honestly, I'm not okay with the woman leading all of it. And it's not for a feminist reason. It's for a romance reason of like it's
Right.
a dance.
Yeah.
And she shouldn't lead the whole way. Like it would have been better to me if she led in the bed part because she knew
Yeah.
that, but he was being romantic in other ways because she wouldn't have
Exactly.
had like that's what I wanted. Like, I don't know. The
Hmm.
most romantic thing he did was on like the failed wedding day the first time when he fights the guy. Like, I'm sorry, that was the most
Yes,
romantic thing
it
that he
was.
did.
It really, really was. Yeah.
Yeah, and, I've said I love when the first time is bad sex.
Yeah.
I do. I
I
love watching it grow, especially when did he have practice? Like,
hmm
I'm fine with that part of it, but it was the other stuff he didn't grow in, and
yeah.
yeah, and again, not only him needing the letter to go after her, but him also agreeing with her having to leave. Like, she
Yeah.
should have left without running into him, and then he was
Hmm.
like, "Well, she left. I have to stay here with the girls. What can I do? Blah, blah, blah." I still wouldn't have loved that. But then if he'd went to go get her before getting the letter, then at least he shows some initiative. He didn't show
Yes.
initiative in a single part all the way through. Like, yeah, he's probably not a 6. He's probably a
Yeah.
5 because
And
yeah,
honestly, like the more that we're talking about mm, our problems with the hero, which is honestly like the backbone of a romance. Like you're right, like he doesn't always have to do everything, but
right.
I do want him to like fight for her. I do want
Yeah,
him to be leading the way. I want him to be pursuing her. Like I do. I will always want that in a romance. And there was not much of
yeah,
that here, like
yeah.
hardly any. So,
Yeah. Like I I mean, we're gonna switch to her in just a sec, but like I like that she was the wealthy one. We'll talk about
mhm,
that and the things she thought of that they needed. But there needed to be something that he brought. And what he brought for me was he brought the nieces. If those
yeah,
nieces don't exist, these two never even meet each other.
exactly.
Literally.
Yeah,
Because there's attraction between them, and I never felt gross about the attraction the way I sometimes do when it's all attraction, but
yeah,
it still did feel like it was mostly all just attraction,
it did.
even
Yeah.
though it wasn't
I mean,
erotic the whole time.
and the thing that I think saves it for me, because you're right, it's attraction based, but it's not like
Yeah,
erotic or lusty based, but
right.
they do have that shared purpose of like making sure that the girls are like
Yeah,
getting what they need, which I think helps it to be
yeah,
more palatable for me, but it still is very much just attraction based, you know.
yeah. He doesn't need to do everything, but he has to do something. Exactly, exactly. And another point to put out, I think something else that could have helped it is if they were actually married right away. Like, why
Yeah.
did it take so long and then it was a fake out? And they don't like I don't know. I think they should have been married right away and then they're like living to I don't know. Cuz I
No, I
the first
agree.
was for the girls and the whole time he's talking about still looking for another wife at like 80%.
Oh my gosh, I
Bev,
know.
Queen Bev, what the F? I was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Like that should have been gone by 30%. He should have been
Hmm.
like, I won't be able to find anyone to replace her. Like, no. Linda
Yeah.
said, "I would have liked an internal monologue of him realizing he could be better." Yeah, yeah.
That would have been
He
good.
he needed to self-reflect some more.
I
But
I do feel like I don't think I've ever felt when reading a Bev book before that I needed his point of view, but this book
yeah,
I think needed his point of view.
yeah,
Like,
because he was I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to her because we are almost halfway up with our time, so we gotta push.
Mhm.
But this one, though I rated it 4, it was because I liked the story. Like, I read
Yeah.
this one almost like a fiction novel, and I liked
Mhm.
it, but it was missing some of the stuff I needed. But
I feel the same way, yeah.
right, when I hold the heroine on her own, like, I did give Lorelei an 8. I really like her.
She's an 8 for me too. I love
She
her.
was she was great.
She
Um,
was so good.
she lost her points for trying to keep her baby a secret.
Yeah, yep.
Um,
That
that's
was it
about
for
it.
me too.
But I do she's also the character, though, that I feel like she's someone who maybe would have changed her mind once she had a
Mhm.
baby. That's
Yeah,
also why I'm not too harsh because I think when she had the child, she would have wanted him to meet them.
yeah.
But that's making up, that's not on the page. She's saying she's gonna keep it a secret, so I have to rate her off of that.
Mhm.
And I mean, I loved what she did. Like we were saying already, I loved the type of feminism she had, where
Yeah.
she's teaching the girls not anything wild that like men are bad or there was none of that. She was like, you need to know how to handle money and you need
Mhm.
to know how to do this. And I'm like, yes, girl, I need to know that today in my life. Like
I
from
know.
men.
Like,
Like
her independence and her I guess, the way that she was independent, like, everything that she did, it was
Mhm.
just beautiful. Like,
She was
she
competent.
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 Yes. We have
That's
a
rarely in a
competent
woman.
kink for good heroine. Like,
Yeah,
she
that's
was
rarely in the heroine, and so I love
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and again, she had so much of the good stuff, it's almost
Mhm.
unfair. I feel like I don't have a lot of, like, weaknesses for her besides, like, that don't have to do with how her and Jake were together, which to me
Yeah.
is the in the romance part next, is like, yeah, she left and wasn't gonna bring it back, but honestly, what would she believe that he loved her? He let her go
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
easy. Like,
True. True.
yeah. So again, I don't love that in a romance, but her as an independent woman with the resources she has or whatever,
Mhm.
and honestly, the family she's built around her back there, what does she need Jake for?
Exactly. Yeah.
So besides like, yeah, depriving him of his kid, which I'm always upset about, when I look at her just independently, I'm like, well, what reason did he want you to stay? Like you were there for the girls and you feel like you're a danger to the girls and he hasn't given you any reason to be there. So I can see it.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, let me read this. She was an 8 for me. She knew what she wanted, held him accountable, and is so great with the girls. Oh my gosh, she was
Yeah.
amazing with the girls. Like that was
She
just
was.
every piece with them. They were the true like love story in this book.
I
So
know.
I love how she handled the shady bank. Oh, yes, man. Oh, her like calling the law, her getting the guy, buying the guy, like all that stuff. She's the billionaire in the story. She
Yeah.
is the big dick swinging. Okay. She is in this story. And again, it worked for me. That's why I'm like more frustrated with this one, even though it's a 4-star like story, because
Mhm.
this could have been perfect. Like,
Yes.
because she is so many things that I think other historical romance authors try to write and they fail because they
100%.
add too
Yeah.
much in, and she was just a perfect amount of all of that, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I love her. The only thing I didn't like was her hiding her pregnancy. Same.
Yeah.
I mean, same, because I'm like, I
And
always hate
honestly, I do too. Like, but, even like you were saying, I don't like that she did that, but it also makes sense for who she is
yeah.
and everything that was surrounding her. So,
Yep.
I don't know. She was
Yeah.
great. Maybe she's a 9. She's honestly,
I know
like,
she's
a
pretty great.
fantastic heroine. Yeah.
Because when I was done with it and I realized how much I loved her, I was like, "You know what? If they hadn't have been together at the end, I wouldn't have been mad." And that's
I know.
never a good thing to feel, right?
Yeah,
So here's
yeah.
this part of it, because I never feel that way about a romance, ever,
Mhm.
even some of the worst I've read. It's the HEA that's the only reason I like the book. And in this one, I
Yeah.
was just like, if this had just been a historical fiction novel, I would have been okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, I mean, we've talked about like I this romance wasn't even really there to me.
It
Um,
was it was really just, like, a plot device, honestly. The
Mhm.
romance existed for the rest of the story to happen. So I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah.
I never really felt compelled about the romance at all. I was purely here for the heroine and her
Yep.
journey and the girls,
Yep.
So
Yeah, and 2, if I wouldn't have had such a compelling storyteller in the
oh
narrator,
yeah.
I would have been bored, like,
Yeah.
she really told the story really good too.
Like I can see, I think it was Amber who said she was bored. I can see being bored with this one.
Yeah,
Maybe it was Linda too. I
yeah,
can for sure see that.
yeah, for sure, because, I mean, if you're really wanting a good romance, and Bev has delivered plenty of
Oh
times
yeah,
for me, like, this
she
rough, but
has.
we're gonna keep pushing because 'cause we're running out of time for this one, so I think we've
My
kinda
bad.
covered this, the
Yeah.
plot-wise, not that great,
Mm.
well, the plot that's false, the plot I loved.
Yeah.
The romance didn't work for me. The plot I loved, except for I don't I don't love the villainy part, just felt so weird
Yeah,
that
it
he
did.
kidnapped them, but then we got him back right away, but someone was still murdered,
I know, right? Like
and the
freaking.
murder was supposed to be the danger.
Mhm.
But also, it's not like she was a walking disaster too. Like, that's the
Yeah.
thing is, like, she brought so much more good to that town than she did. She's rooting out the corrupt people. She's helping people keep their land. She's done so much more good. So for again, for Jake to just be like, "Yeah, I think you are a danger. Better go. Bye-bye.
I
I'll look for a new woman." I'm like,
like
"What was?"
he was just so weak. He was so
Yeah, he's very weak.
yeah.
He's very
Yeah.
weak. Let's see if someone said anything, but we'll continue on here. The romance was so underwhelming, especially compared to the only other one you read. Oh, well, I mean, in
Oh yeah.
ma'am, Amber. That's
Yeah.
that's completely fair
Yeah.
because Gallon is literally
But
the
I've
glue.
I've read a lot of Beverly Jenkins,
Yes.
and she almost always has
Yeah.
really swoony romances,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
this was really surprising for me in that way because that's something I feel like I can always count on, like great small town vibes and a
Yeah.
swoony romance, and I just sort of feel like I got the small town vibes, but the
Yeah.
romance was just like,
Yep.
what the heck? Like,
She built up people really well. Like,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. But it's easy to answer this one. I will absolutely read her again. I'd love
yeah,
to know if
definitely.
this was a first for anyone in book club. I don't think it is based on who's here chatting.
Yeah.
Because if this was the only one you read, please read another one. This
Yeah.
is the least of them I've ever read. So please try
Mhm.
another. That murder seemed to
It
come from
did.
left field. Yeah.
It
So
really did.
so strange.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I think I am even more firm on it being like 3.5 after this
Mhm.
talk because a
I
heroine
know.
alone can't make a romance.
I
That's the thing.
know. Like,
Like, I'm not gonna lower well, I didn't even rate it on Goodreads. I don't rate
I
these
haven't
on
either.
Goodreads, but I don't think I would lower it if I had rated it, but I don't think I can make it a 4 because, in all honesty, we're about to talk about the other book, and I think the romance was handled better in that one than this one, even
I
though
agree.
there's
I
different like,
agree.
we're gonna get to that. You read
Yeah.
almost your entire backlist. Great. That's awesome. I need to catch up to you. I keep buying them.
Yeah.
Anytime I find them, I buy them, but I need to. That's why I picked another one for book club. It's not just Bev. I'm barely reading historicals, but for our book club. So I was like, I need to
Mhm.
read another Beverly book.
Yeah.
Definitely want to read more. Yes, definitely read more Bev if this was your first one. Like, please read some more. Topaz was really good too if you like the vibe
Topaz
of
was good.
this, but wanted
Mhm.
more. Like, that one was good. Okay, let us go to The Beast of Clan Kincaid by Lily Blackwood. And you can go first this time.
Okay, this was a tough one for me to rate because for most of the book, I really, really liked this. Like,
Mhm.
I thought it was so fun. I really love the concept. I love a Highlander romance, and this was giving me all the things that I want in there, like the whole secret twist of him,
Yeah.
like, out for revenge. Like, I love that. I do also have a soft spot for, like, heroines who are kind of innocent and naive and sort of like
Yeah.
a barter, like I like that. But oh man, the ending in this one, the ending. So I gave
Yeah.
this one 3 stars.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know though, because again, this is another one that is hard because there is a lot to really like. And I was initially so pissed off at the ending that I was gonna
Yeah.
give it 2 stars.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but the
Yeah.
more that I thought about it, I feel like I honestly feel like this is another one that's maybe a 3.5,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
not sure which way to round it because
Right.
I don't know. What
Yeah.
about you?
Well, I was at a 4 star with this one. Um, it's just so funny because when I was looking at my ratings, I rated these both the same. And
Mhm.
I but, like, honestly, it has to do with what my expectations were, is where that hits, and that's one of the really unique things is because I have always kind of 6-star expectations of Beverly Jenkins.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with Lily Blackwood, I knew nothing, didn't know what to expect at all. I've never even heard of her before you had picked her book for this.
Mhm.
So, I had a jolly good time with this story, and I have a lot of good to pick out of it. I th I think my overall impression is I mean, let's answer the last question first. I do wanna read more from this author. I
Yeah.
hope that we're getting the story of, like is it Marcus? Is it Marcus? I don't know. I hope we're getting those people's stories. I'm very
Mhm.
interested. But yeah, the ending, I couldn't believe I couldn't believe the time with which we were having these reveals,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then that's what my issue was is this book could have been another 50 pages.
Mhm.
Or some stuff could have been moved and not taken as long because I needed us to work through stuff more, which
Yeah.
we'll get into. So, I I don't know. This one probably is a 3.5 as well. But honestly, like for romance-wise, like I said, I think it's better put together. And I
I do
don't have
too.
anything to compare to for this author, like if this is the best she can do or what.
Well,
I
and the
don't know.
interesting thing is this was her debut, so this was her first
Okay.
historical
Okay.
romance. I
Okay.
don't know if she's still writing. I know there are other books in the series, but this one came out in I think 2016.
Really? Okay.
So I know there are more in the series, but I don't know if she's still writing. And I've seen this book around this is one that is always at my library. And
Okay.
that's actually why I picked it up is because I grabbed
Right.
it from the library
Mhm.
and I had to take the physical copy back and then I just grabbed the audio because it was on
Yeah.
Audible. But yeah, so I would also to answer that last question, I would definitely read more from her.
Yeah.
I think this is overall a really strong debut. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and this was another one I was very compelled. I don't think she handled the how we wrap it
yeah.
up well.
I feel
But
like it was definitely a little too short. Like it's a very short
that's what it
book.
is.
Yeah,
Magnus. I have read the next in the
Magnus.
series Magnus book. Okay. I mean, he was absolutely written as main character energy for another book. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, oops, sorry there. Um, what did you like best about it?
Well, I really liked just the whole setup. Like I don't
Mhm,
know. I'm
mhm,
such a big sucker for like the whole concept of there was a war
mhm,
and he's now in hiding to come and get revenge. I do love a good revenge plot in this time
mhm.
period specifically. I think it has the potential for so much like angst and turmoil and I really like that type of thing in this historical type of setting. So
Yeah.
I think that I really liked that a lot. I liked their romance a good amount and that kind of surprised me because it was very much like physically driven, you know?
Right.
But I thought they had really good chemistry, and
Yeah.
I liked, even though it seemed very like insta love, insta lust, it
Yeah.
kind of worked for me, you know,
Mhm.
like I liked
It's the
it.
impression. It's what they're
Yeah.
doing when they meet. That's
Hmm.
on my notes is I'm like, it is insta attraction, but he's like a hero
Yeah.
attraction. So it's like, I get it. It
Yeah,
isn't
for
just where
sure.
we're having dinner and I think he's hot. Like he like rescues my sister
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
her puppy or whatever. So I get it. You know. And he wasn't like at least her writing wise, it wasn't like overly salacious or like I don't know. It felt more of a genuine like, wow, I'm just taken aback by her and like
Yeah.
that type of
Uh,
thing. So I thought the
Linda,
deception went on too long. Yes.
that's one of my biggest problems with this book. That's a huge problem for me too.
Yeah. We'll just, like I said, we'll just keep going because I want to get to them
Yeah.
because that's what we like least. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I literally was like, okay, so is he not going to reveal it?
Yeah, I know. I know.
And then I'm like, he kept saying like, oh, she's, I better make love to her now. So I get one night before this. And I'm like, but there's only 30 minutes of my audiobook left. Like, are we going to forgive each other this fast? Like,
Yeah.
what are you
Well,
doing,
like,
girl?
and that's the thing why I feel like I was so harsh on this one. Like, I
Yeah.
wish I had sat down and filmed a video because I was so pissed off when I finished this book because of, like, not only because of how long he kept the secret from her,
Yeah.
but also like she then just basically forgives him so easily, and then they just have sex
Yeah.
all night long like that, and I'm just sort of like, what is
Yes.
happening here? There was no working for her forgiveness, there was no groveling, like it was literally, she's just like, oh, okay, well, let's just screw all night then. And I was just like, what in the world is happening
I
here?
know.
Like,
I
I
know.
don't know.
This is where I want to re-put up someone's like, she got tired of writing the book or she
Yeah.
didn't know how to do it. Because I thought there was such good buildup of like him having it
Hmm.
and knowing it. And I think it needed to be a like whole third act of now she knows and now she's like his captive
Yes.
bride in a way.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so
Um,
much better. Yeah.
and he almost uses her to get everyone's compliance.
Hmm.
And like, like there just needed to be more there because it's all like the there is there. She did a great job with the characters. I would have
She
believed it.
did. Yeah.
I loved like the nuance in her stepmother. Like the
Oh
stepmother has a
yeah.
great arc in here, and
That's such a good point. I forgot about her.
I wonder if the stepmother will fall in love with someone later on.
I would be so down to read that.
Because the dad, like honestly, like
Yeah.
she had what an interesting life she's probably had too. And
Mhm.
I had real empathy for her by the end, which you do not
Yeah.
expect when she like hits people in the beginning and stuff. So very much talent with the character development. Just the plot at
Mhm.
the end, I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I, I mean, I saw a way through for everyone too, because I'm like, especially when the dad is like, I have felt guilt over this.
Mhm.
It's what we thought we needed to do, but the reality of it was worse than I thought. Like, there was room for that, but it needed a third act of working it out because it, to me, then lost the character development of the heroine who,
Yeah.
I mean, because the hero was on
Completely.
he was ready to grovel about stuff too. Like, he
He
would have
was, right? Like, that's the
been.
thing, that he was ready to,
Yeah.
and she's just like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say, like, I gave both of them sevens actually.
Yeah.
For me, because I thought they both had really strong foundations.
Mhm.
And again, I even think the reason why I don't like the reveal is because the author didn't give us more time to
Yeah.
deal with it. I don't dislike like how he plays out that plan because it's the smartest way to do it for him. It's literally been handed to him now. And he almost has the legit authority given by these people too. But then you don't let us work through it. And you don't have it showing that he has everything he wanted, but now the woman he loves hates him. Like,
Mhm.
you gotta have to sit with that.
Yeah.
And we didn't. So,
Yeah,
but I
for
still
sure.
really like him a lot and her.
I
So,
I think for me, they're gosh, it's tough because I think he is probably a 7 for me. Like, I did like
oh,
him a lot.
I don't agree, Linda. That's okay.
The
That's
next
okay.
person. No, but
Yeah, that's fine. But you slap people
yeah,
sometimes in the time period. So I was all right with it because she's going through a lot too. She's in a
yeah,
power struggle. She's married to this old guy. Like I said, I'd be interested for her point of view because there's a change in how she seems to be trying to like control the Laird to genuinely like being sad she's going to lose this guy that she's
yeah.
starting to care about. I
Mhm.
saw those beats. There's a beat where all of a sudden she's holding his hand and walking with him. And I can almost see like she's probably sitting with him and being beside him and talking to him. And now is like, but I'm going to lose him.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Like, if we had her POV, I feel like I would like her even more. I don't
Mhm.
love Bridget yet, but I thought she had an arc that you never see. Like, I was expecting Bridget to betray us at any point. She's set up
I
as this
was
character who
too.
betrays people.
Yeah.
And I mean, she does try to sleep with Neil. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
She does offer herself to Neil. But the woman that's all that she's been is a pawn. And so
Mhm.
that's what she tries to do. So,
No, I agree. I think she is a really interesting character, and I think that I totally agree that she had a really good arc that
mhm,
you typically don't see. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
found her pretty interesting.
yeah.
And yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
sorry, I got sidetracked by Linda there. But yeah, he was a
Huh?
7 for me. Great setup.
Hmm.
I mean, he certainly was more romantic to me, how he's like fighting the feelings, but he's like, oh, but this is good that I'm making her fall in love with me. But oh, I don't want to abuse that. Like, he was very conflicted and it was very well like laid out, like
Yeah.
where it would be. So,
Yeah, I agree. I thought he had a lot of like conflicted feelings that kind of added to the swoony romanticness of him as a hero. So
yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked him.
All right. We got to push through here. Like I said, I gave them both 7s. I thought she was the right amount of naive to me.
Yeah,
Um,
I would agree. I guess I gave her a 6 mostly
mhm,
because of my frustrations with her at the end.
right.
Like
Yeah.
just the way that she forgave him so quickly and easily and was just ready to move on, even though I also feel like that seems like it tracks with
Yeah.
her upbringing and her character. It still was just like, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
Like,
I think the only thing that makes it work for me is that they don't like slaughter her family.
yeah.
Like he doesn't do the same sins to them that were done to him.
Hmm.
And when her father admits that he feels bad about it and guilty about it, what is she holding on? Like, yes, he should grovel about how he tricks her.
Yeah.
But in general, he didn't end up doing a massacre back. That's just me, as I'm like, has grown to care about these people. He's not going to commit generational sins again.
Yeah.
So in a plot device, I can like forgive him. But yeah,
Hmm.
they needed more chapters of it being shown is the thing. So
For sure.
I just hope that Elspeth is able to have a relationship with her sisters, especially Kat, after they were sent away. Yes. I hope
Yeah.
so too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, but that's fair. I mean, she is I feel like she had most of her growth like during the time with the suitors and everything and like seeing the politics and stuff and then we lost some of that with her just being like, "Yeah, we can just bang it out and it'll be great."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, cool." All right. How about their romance though?
I honestly like I said, like I typically am a hard sell for an insta lust,
Mhm.
but I think I didn't realize it until you pointed it out, like his very heroic how they meet. Like
Yeah.
that really did do a lot to win me over to that.
Yeah.
So I quite liked it, except for like the thing that I
Yeah.
already pointed out, like the ending. So I liked the romance. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
romantic in a lot of ways.
Mhm.
Like I thought they
Mhm.
had really good tension and there were a lot of like near misses or a few near misses where
Mhm.
that I really liked.
Yep.
So I thought it
Yeah.
was good.
It felt very forbidden.
Yeah, and I
And
love that.
yeah, yes. Yeah, like the scene in the river,
Oh my gosh, I love that scene. Yeah,
that
that
was
was a
great.
good
Then he
one.
just pops up and then goes
Yeah,
away. Like
uh,
I think the
yeah,
lust part too also worked because it it is all they're able to like really express in the small bits
true.
they get.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know who he is to start. So it's that she's like, I'm gonna have to be married off to some probably old gross guy and this guy's just so romantic and everything of like,
Hmm. Yeah.
it very much fit that she never thinks there will be more
Yeah, for
with
sure.
him.
That's another good point. A really good point. Yeah.
So it's always an infatuation for her because she's not thinking about the sexual side. She's thinking about the flirty, like kissy
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
And she's knowing there won't be more. So it's just like this. That's what she's going to be able to have. So she's young, she's naive. And I mean, he does play with her emotions a lot,
He
which
does. Yeah.
works because of his agenda. That wouldn't work
Yeah.
if not for that. So
But also like I feel like it also works because he it's clear that he's conflicted about playing
Yeah.
with her emotions, you know,
Yes.
because
Yes.
he's starting to have them as well. So I thought that
Mhm.
that whole balancing act was really, really good, I felt like.
Yeah. Okay, and then how about the plot for it?
I think we kind of covered that. Like, I felt like it was really good, like you said, just
Mhm.
up until the ending, and then it was just
Yeah.
sort of like, was this just like a Hail Mary, like a last, like she just didn't plot it out, like she didn't have a plan for how it was going to
Yeah.
end, you know? Like that's what it feels like, is she didn't really have a plan
Yeah.
for how to get where she wanted to get, you know?
Yeah. It also was I I feel like they needed to set the groundwork a bit better for why she would have picked him, because if
Yeah.
you don't understand how, like, Scottish lairds and stuff are picked, it feels very like, "Well, that's convenient that she picked Neil." Like,
Yeah.
she's allowed to just do that, and it's exactly what I don't know. I think there was also a chance for, again, to fix what we read, is for him to be like, wow, she's giving me the thing that I want. Maybe I
Mhm.
don't have to do it the way I thought I did. And there could have been men being like, well, we've been waiting. We trust you. We follow you. And he could have been like pushed into doing it. That also could have been a way
Mhm.
to make it feel a bit better. If the wheels are already turning and all these people are backing me, like I have to follow through. Like there could have been more of
Yeah.
that too. But yeah, overall, it was really strong.
Yeah.
And
I thought so.
I like I said, we already started with, like, I would definitely read more.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not ready to, like, jump on it right this minute, so does that mean I'll get to it soon? I don't know, but, like,
Yeah.
I would read her again, especially to see where she ends up, like,
Yeah.
where she went. Because if this was book 1, like, this is good. Like,
I know. Yeah, it really I've read much worse
oh,
debut
yes,
first in a historical romance series,
by
you know, like
established authors.
exactly.
Like, if
Exactly.
book club has taught us one thing, like, you don't gotta be brand new to tell it does, so,
That's
but yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we really wanna respect Big Sis's time here, so if anyone
Thank
has
you.
anything else, otherwise, we haven't both, picked the autumn session yet, so we'll
Do
let you
you
know.
do you just want to pick right now, or is that too on the
Yeah, I
spot?
mean,
Because
I'm
I'm on
picked.
board. I'm on board with your pick.
Yeah, do you have some?
I have I have some. Yeah. Do
Then, I
you
mean, we sure can. I'll tell people. So I know some of you have read this one because some of you in book club, I've seen you read it, but I need a kick in the pants to get to it.
Mm,
So my pick is The Tribune Temptation by Jenna Bigelow. Bigelow, I don't know how to say that, which is the Roman historical romance. So again, I know some of you have read it, which is great. Then you won't have homework to do. But that is my pick. And I'm really
I
excited to give it a go. I really wanna do those, so I'm gonna do
I
that one.
am excited about that too. So, are you gonna let me just pick one without discussing it with you?
I mean, you brought up picking, I was ready to discuss,
I
but, like, I'm
I
usually fine with what
know.
you want. If you want
I
my,
just
like, to veto something, I can, but
no, I really want to read this. It has been on my TBR for a while. So I believe it's a closed door one.
okay,
It's called Of Lands High and Low by Martha Keyes.
okay.
Uh, so that is my pick.
By Martha Keyes?
Yeah, and it does have an audio.
Okay.
Keyes.
Uh-huh.
I
That's
don't
good.
know if it's on Kindle Unlimited. It may be. Let me look real quick.
That's good because I know mine doesn't as of now. I'm actually hopeful that she will be working on an audio right now,
Yeah,
but there isn't one for that one, so
let's
sweet,
see.
alright.
I can't find.
Hey, the last
Oh,
closed door you picked, I ended up loving it, and you did not. So I'm definitely willing to do that. So, especially if there's an audio. If it's a
yeah.
closed door and an audio, I'm like, read it to me. It's fine.
So it doesn't look like it is on KU, but
Okay.
it's not if you want the Kindle book, it's $4.99.
Okay.
So, but
That's
there
fine.
is an audio available for that. So,
Sweet. Cool. All
yeah.
right. Well, everybody, I'll make a post about that soon. So those will be our choices for that one will be in November, probably near early or mid-month though, because we get into the holidays. So
Yeah.
that's when we've been doing that is probably like the second or third week of November. We'll see when that hits.
November. Yeah.
Um, but that will be our autumn session. And we'll have Of Lands High and Low by Martha Keyes and The Tribune Temptation by Jenna Bigelow. Bigelow. I don't know how to say her name, everyone. I'm so sorry. Another reason to do an audiobook so Jen can hear your name said. And yeah, I'll post about that soon. But yeah, I'm excited. Those don't sound like books people normally pick, so I'm
I
excited.
know, right? Like
Mhm.
yeah.
I
I
love
think
it.
I think those will be good ones. Those will be good. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone who read it and come to hang out.
yeah,
And
thanks everybody.
we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.